Sarada Muralidharan, Kerala's Chief Secretary, recently took to social media platform to address a colorist comment made about her leadership which compared it to that of her predecessor, her husband. In the post on Facebook, she said, and I quote here, "Why did I want to call this particular one out? I was hurt, yes, but then these last 7 months have been a relentless parade of comparisons with my predecessor and I have become quite inured. It was about being labelled black with that quiet subtext of being woman, as if that were something to be desperately ashamed of. Black is as black does. Not just black the color, but black the never do good, black the malaise, the cold despotism and the heart of darkness." She added, and I quote again, "As a 4-year-old, I apparently asked my mother whether she could put me back in her womb and bring me out again, all white and pretty. I have lived for over 50 years buried under that narrative of not being a color that was good enough. Till my children, who glorified in their black heritage, who kept finding beauty where I noticed none, who thought that black was awesome, who helped me see that black is beautiful, that black is gorgeousness, that I dig black." Shocking, isn't it? A chief secretary had to call this out in public. Let's also talk about who exactly is Sarada Muralidharan. Let's speak on her competence. She is a 1990 batch Indian Administrative Services or IAS officer. She became Kerala's chief secretary on the 31st of August 2024 following her husband's retirement. But prior to that, she had also served as additional chief secretary in Planning and Economic Affairs Department, and eventually she became the chief secretary of Kerala in August 2024.
What led to my writing the post was not really very relevant. It was just a comment that was made. It was a comment that was made perhaps from a sense of or from a position of humor. But the thing is, behind the humor, there is a entire value connotation, and that value connotation is that the kind of administration that I do is black, and the connotation is that because it was black, it is not good, that there was something wrong with it. And I thought, the reason that you brought that black in is because my skin is dark, on the one hand, and then it goes beyond that to imply that that blackness is not good quality. And so both of these need to be, both of these are actually cultural constructs that need to be challenged.
Keeping it with Kerala, a controversy erupted after Malayalam film superstar Mohanlal offered prayers at the Sabarimala temple for his friend and fellow Malayalam superstar Mammootty earlier this month. Critics have pointed out that the latter is a Muslim and that Mohanlal must apologize if the puja was done at his instance. Now, clarifying his stand, Mohanlal has said that prayers are personal and that the puja was held after reports emerged that the actor was unwell. A receipt issued by the Devaswam office of the Sabarimala temple mentioning that the Archana went viral, after which several radicals attacked Mohanlal. Amidst speculations of a possible alliance with the BJP, AIADMK's General Secretary Edappadi Palaniswamy said that there are going to be political changes. As he arrived at the Chennai airport, Edappadi Palaniswamy said that political scenarios change when I set foot in Chennai. This comes after he met in private with India's Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi for about 15 minutes to discuss conditions of a potential revival of the AIADMK BJP alliance in Tamil Nadu. Even before the meeting, speculations were rife about the reasons surrounding the meeting. Sources say that EPS presented specific conditions for re-establishing the partnership, emphasizing that the AIADMK should lead the alliance in Tamil Nadu in the upcoming state assembly elections in 2026. The AIADMK leader also reportedly expressed a desire to reduce the role of Tamil Nadu BJP President Annamalai in the state. As of now, no official statements have been released confirming any renewed alliance between the AIADMK and the BJP. The AIADMK had, bear in mind, severed ties with the BJP back in 2023 due to political differences. Now, with the upcoming elections, both parties appear to be re-evaluating their positions. BJP leader in Tamil Nadu, Annamalai, earlier noted his party's growing influence, suggesting that it has become a sought-after ally in Tamil Nadu politics. Waste collection across Bengaluru may come to a halt as thousands of cleaners and drivers working with the Bangalore Solid Waste Management Limited have launched a protest demanding the regularization of their jobs. The workers currently hired on a contract basis gathered at the Brihat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike or BBMP, Bengaluru's Municipal Corporation's head office earlier today. They marched to Freedom Park, where they have begun an indefinite strike. These protesters alleged that Deputy Chief Minister and Bengaluru Development Minister D.K. Shivakumar had promised to resolve their issues 4 months ago, but no progress has been made since. Around 10,000 drivers and cleaners are taking part in this agitation. Their key demand is that the government either absorb them as permanent employees under BBMP's Solid Waste Management Division or shift them to a direct payroll system. At present, these workers are paid through garbage contractors, leaving them without any job security. Bengaluru generates nearly 6,000 metric tons of solid waste every day, including over 3,000 tons of wet waste and 1,900 tons of dry waste. Additionally, the city produces around 4,750 tons of construction and demolition waste every day. Projections warn that by the year 2031, the city's garbage generation could double to nearly 14,000 tons daily. Today's protest prompted heavy police deployment outside the BBMP headquarters. Authorities detained several protesters and shifted them to Freedom Park in police buses to prevent any escalation.
Garbage crisis of Bengaluru is going to heat up in the coming days because the Paura Karmikaras and their leaders have decided to protest. The reason why they are protesting is because they say that they have not been provided with proper jobs. These are the people who make sure that the city is clean. From your houses, if the garbage is picked up, it's picked up by the Paura Karmikaras over here, and their demand is that they should be given proper jobs. They should be given proper sanitationary equipments, and salaries also should be made sure are to the par where they are able to take care of their families. They were protesting in December also, and that is when D.K. Shivakumar personally came to their protest, sat with them on the ground and had assured them that after the Belgaum session, he will make sure that all their salaries and their issues will be sorted. But today it is March and their issues have not been sorted, and they have decided to make sure that they protest again. So from tomorrow onwards, they will be protesting, and they want that the budget session should not be initiated for the BBMP till their issue is solved. So what he's trying to say that we were the ones who made Swachh Bangalore. If you want to make Greater Bangalore, it is these people who have to be taken care of first. If that doesn't happen, then Greater Bengaluru or Brand Bengaluru will only be a dream. And the DK and the Deputy Chief Minister should make sure that their issues are sorted. And if they sort his issue, then he has promised that he'll make sure that his photo is there in everybody's house, is what he's saying. But on a serious note, all these people that you see here have gathered because they've not been given proper salaries, have not been taken care of with regards to their welfare. They have not been given any amenities with regards to their work. If anything happens in their workplace, what will happen to them? And all these are their few demands which they have mentioned over here. And I've also made sure that the Deputy Chief Minister also gets it. It now remains to be seen how long will these Paura Karmikaras be sitting here. Because the longer they sit here, the dirtier the city gets. Bringing you this report is me, Mohammad Fajullah, with my camera person, Mahendra.
The Supreme Court of India has refused to entertain a public interest litigation or PIL seeking an independent investigation into the alleged honey trapping of legislators, public servants and judges in Karnataka. The petition called for a probe by the Central Bureau of Investigation or CBI or a Special Investigation Team or SIT to investigate the allegations. The PIL had raised alarms over the safety and integrity of public officials in Karnataka, specifically mentioning incidents where public servants, including prominent judges, may have fallen prey to honey trapping schemes. The case has caused a stir in the state of Karnataka, where the allegations have turned into a political controversy, sparking debates across the board. Now, reports say the alleged incidents have involved various public figures. The controversy erupted when State's Cooperation Minister K.N. Rajanna disclosed that he had fallen victim to a honey trap scheme during an assembly session. Rajanna's revelation came after former BJP Minister V. Sunil Kumar accused the Congress party government of running a honey trap factory. BJP legislator Basanagowda Patil Yatnal further claimed that a senior Congress politician was involved in the scandal. Rajanna had asserted that he was not the only target, with other politicians also falling prey to similar traps. He claimed that 48 politicians from various parties, including the Congress party, the BJP and the JDS, were implicated in this controversy. PM Modi is set to inaugurate the new Pamban Bridge, India's first vertical sea bridge in Tamil Nadu, on the 6th of April, coinciding with Ram Navami. The inauguration is expected soon after PM Modi returns from his two-day visit to Sri Lanka on the 4th and 5th of April. Constructed at a cost of 535 crore rupees, this ambitious engineering project was executed by the Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. Spanning just over 2 kilometers, the bridge replaces the old 1914 built bridge, which had become severely corroded after over a century of service and was closed in the year 2022. This new bridge is expected to enhance rail connectivity to Rameswaram, one of the most sacred sites in Hinduism, associated with the legend of Lord Ram's bridge to Lanka, as told in the Ramayana. The probe is heating up in the cash recovery case at the Delhi High Court Judge Yashwant Verma's official residence. Delhi police has reached the residence of Justice Verma and sealed the storeroom along with the surrounding areas. Sources have confirmed that the DCP of New Delhi, Devesh Kumar Mahala, along with his team, is at the spot. The sealing is being carried out on the instructions of the investigation committee. The action comes after a fire incident was reported in the storeroom area where the cash was allegedly found. Following this, the investigation panel directed the police to seal the affected portion to preserve evidence. The police have now cordoned off the entire storeroom and nearby area as part of the probe. High drama unfolded outside the residence of Samajwadi Party's Rajya Sabha MP Ramjilal Suman in Agra after a large crowd of Karni Sena workers attempted to storm the premises. Karni Sena members gathered and tried to forcibly enter the MP's residence, triggering a massive face-off with the police. The situation soon turned violent as clashes broke out between the police and Karni Sena workers. Many police personnel sustained serious injuries in the scuffle. Protesters reportedly vandalized the main gate of the residence, forcing the police to resort to lathi charge to bring the situation under control. Heavy security has been deployed in the area to prevent further escalations. Samajwadi Party's Rajya Sabha MP Ramjilal Suman was at the receiving end of a backlash after he called Rajput ruler Rana Sangha as a traitor. Following Suman's remarks, right-wing outfits like the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Karni Sena targeted him, while Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat of the BJP said only a person with trivial intellect and a small heart could have made such comments.
तो ये वही कैटेगरी है, ये वही ब्रीड है जो बाबर से लेकर के औरंगजेब तक और जिन्ना तक को महिमामंडन करते हैं। तो देश के प्रति इनके भाव क्या होंगे, भारत की विरासत के प्रति इनके भाव क्या होंगे, भारत के महापुरुषों के प्रति क्या इनके भाव क्या होंगे, ये अंदाजा इसी से लगाया जा सकता है। और ये लोग अवसरवादी भी हैं, इनको पलटी मारने में कोई देर नहीं लगेगी। भाई आज कर रहे हैं तो कहीं वोट लेना होगा, तो उनके कुछ नेताओं ने बयान देने शुरू किए हैं कि अब जो लॉस हो रहा है और जो कटघरे में खड़े हुए हैं, ठीक है, तो उसके बारे में इन्होंने कहना शुरू कर दिया, नहीं साहब ये तो जो है उन्होंने गलत बोला है, और ये तो राष्ट्रीय महापुरुष थे, राष्ट्र नायक थे। राणा सांगा के इतिहास को अगर इन्होंने पढ़ा होता, वो महान योद्धा जिसके शरीर के घाव इस बात को बताते थे कि इन्होंने भारत की धर्म और संस्कृति को बचाने के लिए उस समय किस प्रकार के पराक्रम का परिचय दिया था। ये महाराणा प्रताप, महाराणा सांगा, छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज और गुरु गोविंद सिंह के बारे में ये लोग बताएंगे? इतिहास के बारे में लोग क्या जानते हैं? जो औरंगजेब और बाबर की पूजा करते हो, जो जिन्ना को अपना आदर्श मानते हो, इन लोगों से इसकी उम्मीद नहीं की जा सकती है।
इतिहास के पन्ने सब पलट रहे हैं। बीजेपी के सोचिए क्या इतिहास का पन्ना पलट रहे हैं। बीजेपी के लोग किस बात पे बहस कर रहे हैं? उनके बड़े बड़े नेता जिन्होंने संविधान की शपथ ली, वो किस बात की बहस छेड़ना चाहते हैं? औरंगजेब की बहस छेड़ना चाहते हैं। तो अगर रामजिलाल सुमन जी ने भी इतिहास का कोई पन्ना पलट दिया, जिस पन्ने में अगर इस तरह की भाव लिखा होगा, 200 साल पहले, 100 साल पहले हम लोगों ने तो इतिहास लिखा नहीं। इतिहास किसने लिखा है? इसलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश की हमारी समाजवादी पार्टी की तरफ से निवेदन है कि इतिहास के पन्ने ना पलटें, क्योंकि इतिहास के पन्ने अगर पलटे जाएंगे तो लोग ये भी याद करेंगे कि छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज जब उनका तिलक होना था तो किसी ने उनका तिलक नहीं किया और हाथ से तिलक नहीं किया गया। सुनने में आ रहा है कि पैर के बाएं अंगूठे से उनका तिलक किया गया था। क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस बात की निंदा करेगी आज?
6 people were killed when a 6-storied under construction building collapsed in Bhadrachalam. Many laborers were buried under the rubble after the under construction building suddenly collapsed in the afternoon. Initial inputs say at least 6 laborers have lost their lives while many others are reportedly injured. Efforts are underway to rescue those still trapped. Visuals from the spot show slabs of each floor lying sandwiched one upon another as crowds of onlookers strolled around the spot trying to figure out what exactly had happened. Rescue teams at the spot are clearing the debris using bulldozers and other heavy machinery. While police has launched an investigation into the incident, locals say that poor quality material may have been used to construct the building, which could have led to the crash.
మీ వర్కర్లేనా
వర్క్ చేపిస్తున్నారా ఈరోజు కింద చేపిస్తున్నారు పైన
మొత్తం
From kicking a ball on the muddy fields in Bhandarhatti to stepping onto the international stage, Ahon Bannerjee's passion for football knows no limits. With his family's unwavering support, he is now on his way to Austria for a life-changing opportunity. Take a look at his remarkable journey.
Every journey begins with a dream. And for Ahon Bannerjee, that dream was football. From the heart of Bandarahati in Hooghly, West Bengal, Ahon's passion for football started at just 8 years old. A single child, yet never alone in his journey, with parents and grandparents who believe in his dream. His father, a government employee, his mother, a homemaker and tutor. Together, they have sacrificed and supported his ambition, knowing that football is his true calling. He trained relentlessly, proving himself on every field, every match, every opportunity that came his way. And now, his dedication has earned him a life-changing opportunity. Ahon has been selected for the Indian Tigers and Tigresses camp by News 9. From Hooghly to Austria, Ahon will now train under Europe's finest coaches, gaining exposure to international football at its best. A dream that started in Bandarahati is now crossing borders. Ahon Bannerjee is ready to take on the world.
Why India is struggling to eradicate tuberculosis by 2025. Tuberculosis remains India's deadliest infectious disease, accounting for 26% of global TB cases, according to the latest data from the World Health Organization. Despite years of progress, India is now backsliding with over 2 million cases, the highest in the world. Our next report tells you all about it.
A silent enemy has taken hold of this neighborhood in the northern state of Haryana, tuberculosis. Mahesh Kumar was recently infected with the deadly disease. At the moment, only his lungs are affected, but it could spread to other parts of his body at any time. He is currently on a mix of pills that leave him tired and drowsy.
It feels like I'm living life in a jail. I'm like a prisoner. I spend my days and nights here all by myself.
Mahesh was diagnosed 4 months ago. The government does offer free TB medication and a small food allowance of 10 euros. But Mahesh says he hasn't seen a penny of the allowance.
I'm very upset with our government. They promised us support, but I haven't received any money from them. We're hoping they support us so that I can recover fast. In our city, there are no hospitals and machines for health checkups.
Mahesh's case is not unique. Widespread poverty, poor hygiene, and overcrowding have fueled its spread, affecting over 2 million people nationwide. This private hospital treats dozens of TB patients every day. For the first time in 3 months, Mahesh has been able to make the long journey here for a checkup. His consultant, Dr. Lauleen Mangla, finds the overall situation alarming. He says a shortage of medicine and lack of public awareness are causing the delay in the eradication of TB.
I'm practicing in this area from last 5 years, and the number of cases which I was seeing 5 years back also they're still same, and I don't think there is any decline in the number of cases.
In 2018, the Indian government pledged to eliminate tuberculosis by 2025, a goal it's now very unlikely to achieve. After India's health ministry did not respond to several interview requests, DW turned to a public health expert for insight.
If I may put it in a matter-of-fact manner, the government never was serious about it. But government can do the propaganda. That's what they're doing. Even when we had our GDP rising by at 11%, 12% a year, even in those times, health budget stagnated. Okay, health budget is stagnant even now. So on what basis do we believe that yes, it will be eliminated?
Aid agencies like the Red Cross are stepping in, raising awareness in slums where tuberculosis outbreaks are common.
The biggest challenge that we face is people's hesitation in coming out as TB patients. They do not want to share that they are infected with tuberculosis because they fear the social ostracization. Our job is to dispel that fear. Anyone who coughs for more than 15 days could be suffering from which disease?
Back to Mahesh's home, he hopes he will eventually conquer this chronic illness. But one of the hardest parts is the loneliness that so often comes with the disease.